No, Haxer, I wasn't drinking alone waiting for people to come in. That's not what I do. I was drinking some beverages that had honey in them, so maybe I... Oh, wait, is my voice coming in twice? For real? Okay. So, okay, I didn't know Haxer... Wait, is my voice... Why was my voice doing double? Let me try to fix that. Wait, how can I... Okay, Haxer, if it's just you hearing the double voice, it's possible you have my stream open twice. Or... possibly if you have autoplay on, the video premiere did redirect to the stream. So if you open the stream and didn't notice the redirect, that might be it. Yep. Okay. You had me... I was checking my stuff. I'm like, no way, no way. Okay, everyone. My voice is still struggles, but we got something we can do right off the bat. The changelog is out. So, we could check to see what's coming down the pipe. Hello, Lava Heron, Haxer, of course, Magma Slayer, Ian Chase, Kois. I should have believed you, Kois. And Ricardon, hello. Alright, so this is the changelog for this week. It's going to be applied following today's reset. The graphic has a couple things that are highlighted, but I usually just do item by item. If there's anything that I'm not really familiar with, I'm probably going to check in the database to see if there's something I should find out about. Fixed an issue where the last charge of Eye of the Dead did not increase healing. I think that's an item... Eye of the Dead. I think that's from Stratholme. Eye of the Dead. If I spelled it right, I might even find it. No. So this... Where does this come from? Oh, excuse me. This is the healer trinket. Increases healing done by spells and effects by 70. Okay. Alright, so someone found a little error there. Okay, that's good. Cracker Jacker. You definitely know your stuff, man. Respect. Corrected a problem where negative damage taken, such as dampened magic, were not functioning correctly. I've heard people complain about this in theory crafting and on the forums. I'm glad the team got around to it. I don't know if it just wasn't scaling right or if it just wasn't functioning at all, but that's interesting. Added bandages, shirts to the inventory of vendors, Balai Wine and Deneb Walker. So, if I remember correctly, like, Deneb is like a, he's in Arathi Highlands? Huh. I think he's isn't he a vendor that has a first aid book? Yeah. And I think that's the same thing for Balai Wine for Horde. So what you guys may or may not know about this, these are like cosmetic T-Mog style items. I actually got the shirt one. I think I showed it off last stream. Serendipity, the sort of like cosmetic T-Mog developer and designer, was selling some for an RP event, and I bought. They cost a. You may not know this, but these are going to cost a pretty penny. But as far as RP items go, if you want to ever roleplay that your character's been injured in some way, like these are like the thing. They look pretty cool. I don't think I have anything ready to show you, but I would check it out if you're interested in that kind of a look. Yeah, exactly, Haxer. Yeah. It is now impossible to bypass killing all the captains in the Rageax encounter in AQ20. Really? People were skipping some... I mean, don't get me wrong. It is by far the toughest encounter in AQ20. I don't think that's too controversial to say. I'm just surprised people wanted to skip it. I know it's time consuming, but like it's probably the second hardest, maybe the hardest encounter. So, yeah. Did it really, Maximus? I knew there was a problem where you could get 2 waves at once. I just didn't know you could skip some. It's certainly a unique boss battle. If anyone hasn't ever done AQ20 and is just curious, it's pretty much that. You talk to an NPC and then waves of mobs come in. Each one has like a captain with them, and the timer for the next wave doesn't start until the captain dies. So I think someone must have found out some shenanigans to mess up the scripting. Oh, excuse me. That's right, I have a cough button. Alright, next. The Gothic encounter in Naxxramas will now be terminated if the number of living players per side falls below 10 before Phase 2 begins. Huh. Oh, also, thank you, Maximus, for explaining it. He says, I'm assuming, in reference to the AQ20 boss encounter, that you would skip first boss, go to second, pet pull the right pack, and then you can pull the rest without the waves triggering. Interesting, okay. So, I wonder if this is a anti-cheese mechanic or to help a floundering progression group. Will now be terminated if the number of living players per side falls below 10 before Phase 2 begins. I don't know how that could happen. That's interesting. Thank you, Haxer. I see Dragonova and a Haxer in here. Yeah, and also, guys, just always be super nice. Dragonova and Haxer are actually on the team, so sometimes when there's some stuff that's confusing, they're really great. They really help explain stuff. So I'm seeing that Dragonova says, the Gothic change is reverted for now. It was too confusing. The fact that I'm having trouble understanding who it's even for probably underlines that fact. Haxer goes on to clarify. Phase 1 is the talking, and Phase 2 is the actual start of the fight. Okay. So, if either one of you can comment, is this a means to help struggling groups have like a cleaner way to like reset the fight? Or is this to prevent some cheese mechanics? If you can say, if you can't, that's fine. I understand. I'm just curious. Okay, all right. That was my suspicion, but I wanted to hear. Hey, Blade. All right. So next one, fixed the natural shapeshifter talent, not reducing the mana cost of Tree of Life. We can always check out that. Natural shape shifter. There's a lot of these ones that, okay. Interesting. Yeah, there's like a lot of like older bugs from like, because Tree of Life, of course, was added during the class change, like for the first one. So there's been some things that have been kind of fallen between the cracks, and there's some very detail-oriented players, I'll say, that will see these things and call them out. So it's good that we have them to make sure we're kind of on track. Fixed an issue where the Berserk aura was removed when switching between cat and bear forms. Huh. Again, my Berserk. So it'd probably be under spells. This isn't, well, it's probably this one, right? Because this one has a bear head. Yeah, I don't think it's any of these. Yeah, it's probably one of these. So let's say it. No, it's not that one. It's maybe one of these. I'm just assuming because no, summon Oro Mount. Okay, I am way off base. Hey, this one? I'm not sure how impactful that is, but I don't even know where that is in the tree for them. Well, it seems like there's some quality of life stuff for the druids. That's nice. Let's see. Hey, Poliwow. Did you get KT? Poliwow messaged me earlier in the day when I was still at work. It was like, hey, do you want to come do KT? And I'm like, bro, I'm at work. It's the Feral Druid second capstone. Okay. All right. I hear you. Addressed an exploit that allowed the summoning of engineer pets immediately upon learning the profession without needing the corresponding item. Ooh. Really? That sounds like some sort of buffer overflow trickery. Or like, because your number's technically 0, if you find a way to like get it to be negative, then you could conceivably do stuff you shouldn't because like the numbers spaz out. I have no idea. That's just complete conjecture, but yeah, hacks are exactly. Because I don't know if I remember hearing and reporting there was a very nice Chinese player I spoke to when I was like the snowball target, and I reported an exploit they told me about because they really weren't sure. Their English wasn't great, but they sent me a bunch of stuff to help me understand how maybe there still is. I didn't track this one. It's probably an internal thing, but some of the Chinese speaking players figured out a way to have both gnome and goblin engineering at the same time. I don't know if it's related to that. This doesn't seem to be specifically, but there are some tricks. I think some outstanding things with stuff like this. So this isn't surprising, but I can tell you right now, being able to summon engineering pets without needing the item, that's nuts. I wouldn't even know how you'd begin to do that. Spamming dragonlings and goblin bombs. Yo. Blade out here. Just a true blue-collar member of Azeroth. I just want more teleports. You know what, Blade? If we add more teleports, there's going to be a certain point where mages are going to face the fate they hit, like in late Kata and into Pandaria, where no one needed food anymore. Mages still need to feel special, okay? And I say that as someone who appreciates mages. If you have too many teleporters in the game, you're taking away some of the specialness of mages. That's all I'm going to say, okay? I'm not even disagreeing with you fully. I think it'd be great for a convenience item, but mages being the the best way to transport people around the world, it is a thing that should remain, in my humble opinion. All right. Sunny Glade specific buffs can no longer be taken out of the battleground and retained until the... Ooh. Now, I've done Sunny Glade like a handful of times. I remember I did it back when they made a bunch of changes to it. So I don't know what buffs these might be. I don't think there's like a way to look this up, but I can try. I don't even know what it would be. Yeah, Sunny Glade Emissary. Nope. Okay. Well, good. It was a good try. Well, I agree, Blade, that mages are the only ones who can print fruit, but I definitely think, well, just for instance, okay, I'm not fully disagreeing that engineering having accessibility and convenience purposes isn't totally out of base, because like even in vanilla you had 2 teleporters, right? And in the game right now you have a wormhole generator. If anyone doesn't know, by the way, wormhole. So these 2 things exist in the game. For long-time veterans, these used to be able to just be I don't know if they were given to you or like part of a quest. You'll see these items broken. So when I joined, these were still things characters could have. You didn't even need to have engineering. And, well, it was pretty strong, right? You essentially had a bonus hearth, because you would always have this, and then you would just use your hearthstone to wherever you're leveling or wherever you want to go. They changed it at some point, so now it's an engineering 100. Fun fact, too, by the way, if you listen closely, if you have your game sound on and you use either one of these, you'll hear what sounds like the coin noise, and you'll notice you'll lose like a couple silver. And this is an old holdover that from when this was an item everyone could have, and it just cost like a couple silver or something to use this wormhole, and it had like a hour-long cooldown or something. So it essentially was another Hearthstone that cost you a couple silver. That's all it was. And when they made the change, I remember, because I signed on my character and I saw the broken portable wormhole generator was in the bag. Very sad. You know, Haxer and Blade are bringing up a very interesting subject, the evil twin. I don't know if that will actually be listed here. Evil twin. So I did a story on this like back in the summer. I was a little bummed about it. So I think Balake was someone who did a lot of research on this. So I'm not going to say Balake is incorrect, because he rarely, when he does the research, he's rarely incorrect. But I believe in Classic, maybe? I might be misremembering this. I'd have to look over my notes. But for a while, at least when I started, and up until like this last summer, the Evil Twin debuff would actually stop you from being able to get summoned. Like, that's actually what it did. So there was actually like a consequence to using an engineering teleporter, which is how you can still get this debuff, but they changed it so that it now just does nothing. You can see right here, it says it's a dummy aura, so it doesn't do anything. Now, the reason that was changed was because Balake did a lot of like research, like on the old, like ancient vanilla WoW forums, and demonstrated that the belief that Evil Twin would block summons was largely a meme and a rumor, and there was nothing verifiable about it. So the team generally tries to stick to what actually was in vanilla. So in that, they took the Evil Twin debuff and then made it what it historically likely was. But Blade and Haxor are saying, like, maybe those wormhole generators should do that. I personally like the idea of convenience items not like outright killing you, but adding something that could be detrimental in some way. And that even if it's just cosmetic, right? Like, let's say you use a wormhole generator, and when you come out, you're a furbolg, for like no reason. Some people might like that, and it will last like an hour or something. Like, that would be fun. But I mean, that's a lot of window dressing stuff. I do agree, though, that the convenience of some of the things in engineering could use some of the more quirky things that engineering has to offer, because if you've done engineering, gnome engineers, a lot of times their stuff just doesn't work. And if you've done goblin engineering, a lot of times their stuff just explodes rather than working. So, yeah. Blade put out the idea of make goblin sapper chargers sometimes do 10 times damage, but also make you take 10 times damage. Do you know how many raiders would rage? The idea is beautiful, like chef's kiss. I love it. But oh, that would be, Haxor, that's actually, I can't decide which idea. So Haxor says, or stun you for 10 seconds. I think both of them would make very sweaty raiders rage. And if you don't remember, we did, like, part of my news episode was about stuff like this. There are people doing 139, 141 in Nax right now. I guarantee you, if I look into monkey logs, I'll find some goblin sappers being used, right? And if you stun someone for 10 seconds or outright kill them, that's a big deal. So, I don't know if I do it with goblin sappers. Maybe like a new tier of sappers, but like you tell them there's the risk, and then they can make the change, or they can assume the risk if they want it. Dragon Nova, that's a good idea too. The parsing possibilities. I'm glad to see so many people are passionate about sappers. I'm not so much, but I'm glad people are passionate. Oh man, I'm so glad I have a cough button. Okay, where was I? Quest to defeat mini bosses in Sunny Glade will now reset upon joining, allowing them to be completed in each game. Oh, that makes sense. Because if I remember, there were some that were sort of like progression based. So like if you were stuck like in middle of a quest chain, then you couldn't finish it, or you couldn't start over again. So that's good. I do know, I can't cite sources, but I do know there has been some internal talk about improving Sunny Glade. And that's all I can say. Increase the total health of faction bosses in Sunny Glade. Oh, we got 4 changes for Sunny Glade. I might have to actually do Sunny Glade. Does anyone know when the server reset is? Maybe I'll go do a Sunny Glade. And really embarrass myself with how bad well, you know what? I could do it with Obamsawin. She's like Biss, so I can just terrify people. Introduced a notification sound when engaging the final boss in Sunny Glade. That's cool. Increase the honor awarded at the end of Sunny Glade. Wow. Special trinkets can now be looted from players defeated. Ooh, wow. Okay, hold up. Lowered the minimum number of players required to start Sunny Glade. Okay. I didn't read ahead. This is great. This is good stuff. Because, again, many people know I'm not a huge fan of PvP. And, you know, some people like steak, some people like strawberries. You know, it is what it is. But that being said, I have heard in a colloquial sense, because the PvP community loves making themselves be heard, that Sunny Glade, quote unquote, sucks. I don't know. Is that true? Does anyone have any anything to, like, is Sunny Glade bad? I went there with people from stream and we had a blast, but I don't, you know, it's just a slugfest in the middle. Like, I remember this is usually my experience with a lot of battlegrounds when I'm not familiar with them, is just being confused, running around and getting yelled at. That's not crazy though. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I could queue up for it. Also, I see Blade says elemental shamans are dirty if you can a chance to free cast. We don't, Blade, I don't know what you know about shamans, but oh, you know, that's incorrect. Sorry. Shamans can do an instant cast of one of their big spells, not just their shocks. They can use Nature's Swiftness. The only free cast I am aware of is from it's the Edward the Odd, right? This thing right here. Chance on hit, next spell cast within 4 seconds will cast instantly. If you're a shaman with this, you know, you get into a scrap. If you see that bad boy proc, and you just let the chain lightning fly, friends. That's what you do. I know that, and I don't even PvP. Oh, yeah. No, Blade, that's absolutely true. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know Dragonovi. Like, I know for PvP it's very well, I mean, you know, let's hold on, let me see if I can bring this up. Because for some reason, of all things, I didn't have a WoWauctions.net up. There we go, let me get it. Okay. Let's take a look, okay? Turtle WoW, Nordinar, Edward. How much does this cost? Well, I'm gonna say there's 4 in the auction house, but it's going for over 1,000. That tells me it's valuable. I wonder why it's that valuable. Yeah, that's true. It is only on a chance to hit. I honestly, I've been curious about it, not for the reasons of wanting to be super strong in PvP, but I would like to see if I could do something with spell enhancement. I don't. Maybe the team does know this. Maybe the team doesn't know about this. But there's been some real shenanigans going on with Flame Tongue. And I only bring it up because it's upsetting. Because when I've tried enhancement, all the talents and stuff don't work for shamans for Flame Tongue. But they work for other classes. There are paladins crushing stuff. There are warriors crushing stuff because of Flame Tongue. A shaman tries it. Even a shaman like the one I have, a Bomb Swin, who has like pretty bis spellcasting gear. If I slap on a nasty mace and then put Flame Tongue, it's like, meh. It's not a big deal. Haxer, saying Flame Tongue Shakatin is a thing is an understatement. It is quite a thing. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you check some of these logs, if you see like any paladins, any retribution paladins really outpacing what you think they might be doing, there's a good chance that's what's happening. And sorry, Hard Knocks, if I just blow up your spot here. You're just on top. Okay, we'll take a look. Nope, nothing crazy here. Take a look at Doom Turtles, maybe. I do want to thank, too, there's a couple people I wanted to thank. I have a funny story for you guys. Okay, all the Paladins here seem to be well within. Just checking. Goblin Sapper. Yep. So this is normal types of damage. There's no Flame Tongue. Again, these are speedrunners, so maybe it's a different story. But it's just something to be aware of. In that, shamans should be the ones also benefiting from Flame Tongue as much as shamans are. I'm not saying other classes can't benefit from it, but is there a good Turtle WoW talent calc that has like the current stuff? Because I know the one that we have, like if I do like a Google search for it, it's like the old calcs, but the old talent stuff. I say this, I'm a member of the class council. This is kind of embarrassing, but Turtle WoW talent. So the one I have, I can just Google is this one right here. But I think it has the talent I want to show off. This one. So this one says, this is called Elemental Weapons. Increases the melee attack power bonus of your Rockbiter, your Wind Fury effect by 13, and increases the damage caused by your Flame Tongue weapon and Frostbrand weapon by 5%. That last clause is a lie. It does not. I've actually tested this. Haxer, I know you made one, but I am so petrified, and you know how I am with technology, that like if I go looking for it, that I'll leak something. And I am super sensitive about that. I really don't want to leak anything. I mean, sorry, I'm seeing Polywow says, from my limited experience in Sunny Glade, it really just whichever side gets to mid first wins. Yeah. Yeah, Blade, if you want to send me that log, I would love to show it, just to say, like, hey, like, this is very strong. And I think it's good that, like, shamans could have another role with the utility of their totems. I think that's great. The only reason I bring it up is that stuff like elemental weapons not helping shamans. So, so if we do this, I'm not really trying to do a real spec here. I'm just clicking through. So this has 3 points. So if you do all 3, you should be getting 15% more damage from Flame Tongue. Now, Flame Tongue, for those not in the know, it's not a chance to proc. It's every time you hit in melee, it will happen. So yeah, it should up your damage, right? But it don't. but it don't. So like if you're actually doing like spell enhancement, you do like some build, but you actually don't even bother with this one unless you're trying, because I think this bonus does help everyone else. You'd think that too, right, Haxer? You'd be like, oh, it scales with spell power. I mean, maybe. In fact, you know what? Here's what I'll do. Making sure I don't dox myself. I'm going to, because I think Obomsawin is like in town, right? So I'm gonna bring up my Shami, and I'll show everyone this this conundrum, if you will. All right, there's a Bombswin. See, I think gameplay 1 should work. Yeah? Oh, I gotta turn off the other music. Okay. All right. So let's go to the lab. Let's go to the lab. Also, I'm not feeling that sick anymore, so I'll get rid of that. Oh, yeah. prepare to get flexed on, Maxim. Check out this gear. Also, that's right. I was doing PvP when I left. I have a... Remind me later, I have a fun story about PvP in Ogremar. But this isn't even like my Biscaster stuff. I put on more mail gear. Like, I have better gloves. I have better belt. I don't normally use Midnight Haze and Death's Bargain. I was in PvP, so I wanted armor. Let me see. Oh, jeez. What just happened there? Nam Power and Vanilla Fixes. Fixing things and breaking things. All right, let's put on my hit gear. All right. So this is like... I'm at 631 spell power. I don't even think this is technically all the way correct. I think Lexi did this add-on, but I think it's missing some stuff. But regardless, right? We'll have this. We'll use this as a test, right? So I'm going to use Flame Tongue Weapon, rank 6. I'm going to leave it right here. Now, I have a big, meaty two-hander. Respectable amount of DPS, 63.6 damage per second. I think I even have... I have a really stupid mace I should probably grab. Oh, just typing mace doesn't really... where is it? This one. Maul of the Redeemed Crusader. So this is really made for paladins. By the way, I might issue a bug report. You'll see that this weapon has beast slaying on it. There's no particle effect. Ruining my immersion. All right, so just for a point of reference, I also have eavesdrop here. So I'm going to get behind this level 60 dummy. Well, of course I'm going to miss. Maybe I should just go to the level 60 dummy so we can get a... All right, there it is. All right. So we hit for 2 and some change, right? Now, when I put on the... glancing? Really? Man, glancing's so dumb. All right, I'm going to put on Flame Tongue. So you'll see that every time I hit, there's a little extra burst of damage. Now, this one's a crit. Does 429. That's respectable. 215, 215. It seems like it's stuck at 215, right? 429 seems like the stuck crit value. All right, so let's discontinue for a second here. I was going to try to do Nax this weekend, but it got canceled. So that's why my inventory looks so imposing right now. Don't pay attention to that. All right, we have to drop combat before I can change my spec. Well, Maxim, I literally got it because I wanted to try... Like, okay, first off, there was no Retribution Paladin that wanted this. I literally have nothing left to really get in Nax, so I just got this mace. No disrespect to those who want it. It just... That's how it worked out. All right, we're going to reset my talents. So, we're gonna zoom right to elemental weapons. That's all I'm gonna... I'll even maybe throw on, like, so... Ancestral Knowledge, probably would want... Thundering Strikes, that would be good. That's good for tanking, but Enhancing Totems is really good. Don't need Improved Ghost Wolf. I would probably maybe do that for some survivability. So let's grab some of this. You can get Lightning Shield Thunderhead, but it's not like vital. Want Flurry. So we have Storm Strike, which was recently fixed, much to the chagrin of Shaman. So I can't have 2 ranks to cast. But here's the one, right? Elemental weapons. We're gonna get all 3 ranks. So 15%. I should get. Now read it too. It doesn't say only your totems. It doesn't say only your weapon imbues. It just says increases the damage caused by your Flame Tongue weapon and Frost Brand weapon. That's all it says. That's all we have to go off of. I'm gonna feel dumb. I'm gonna feel dumb if this was actually fixed. All right. Oh, would you look at that? It's 247. Well, that's funny because before 215. And now it's critting for 370? What? Okay, so see, that's not better. Before, I was critting with Flame Tongue for 429. Now when I crit for 370, even though I should be doing 15% more. Someone make it make sense. So, right, okay, Koi's, I read you. Elemental Devastation, right? So that's Mastery, Devastation. That's over here, right? I'm not crazy. Wait, why am I not seeing it? Or is that an enhancement? Or restoration? What? This. No, okay, it is elemental. Elemental Mastery. I'm looking for it. I don't remember all their names, so I'm not. I never take Devastation. I know that. Storm's Reach, Elemental Fury. Is that the one you're thinking of? Now this one, Elemental Mastery. Wait, let me make sure I get the name right. Damn it. Row 5. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elemental Fury. Increases critical strike damage bonus of your Searing Magma Fire Totem and your Fire Frosted Nature spells. So you think that's what it was? Now, it should increase it by 100%. So, let me get the calc out. I don't think you guys can even see this, but all right. So, if we were doing 247 and a normal crit is 1.5 times damage, 370 is correct. Okay. So this should increase it by 100%. So we go from 150 to 250%. That would maybe be my... So 247 times 2.5. So theoretically, when I get that talent, we should be hitting for... Oh, geez. I'm going to lose the log. I think I might have lost it. It's too far up. Yeah, where was it? 429 is what we were hitting for. Got it. Oh, shift click. There it is. All right. So let's go ahead and get the talent. I'm not really paying attention to this. It just... Okay. Elemental Fury. All right, let's see if it makes a difference. Let's see if it makes... I got it. Might have to... 493. That wasn't 100% extra. Increases your critical strike damage bonus by 100%. So the number we should be seeing for crit is not 493. It should be 617. I mean, am I that wrong? Because a normal crit is 1.5. So 247. Actually, I will even show this. Hold on, let me see if I can. Because you know, I believe in showing my work. Calc, add source. All right, there it is. Okay, that is way too big. You guys don't need it. You don't need it like that. Okay. So we'll see here. Clear this out. 247. 247. A normal crit, we're in agreement, times 1.5. That gets me 370. And you could see before I was critting for 370. This says increases the critical strike damage bonus on your Searing Magma Fire Totem and your Fire, Frost, and Nature spells by 100%. So, rather than 1.5, you'd be doing 2.5. How is that incorrect? If we have, right, if I'm using 150% and I add 100, that is 250. All right, hold on. I'll read, okay? You guys should know I have a math learning disability. This is why I do stuff in spreadsheets. All right, Blader says, I imagine that you gain 100% to the bonus a crit does, so that would be 200 total instead of 150. It should be 494 for the crit now, which I'm screwed out of damage, but yeah. So 247 times 2. Yeah, that is correct. That is the number it comes up with. I'm just saying, it doesn't say you get 50% additional damage. I guess, okay, hold on, wait. If the assumption is all criticals are at an additional, I understand how, like, what it actually does. I just think it's easy to get misled if you're dumb. Oh, thank you, Blade. That is exact. Increases the critical strike damage bonus. Ah, okay. See, that's what we're looking for. So, wait, does that mean everyone's bonus critical damage is 50%? Like that's across the board, right? No, Blader, you're right. Theorycraft is not for the faint of brain cells. Anyway, I wonder, do you think this would do good with like my, wait, did I put away my staff? I think I did. Because that's what you're supposed to go for, right? Like, you want, like, a big, meaty two-hander. This does 90 damage per second. And this does 63 damage per second. But I have a lot more spell power, right? So that's something else we can measure. So if I were to, I guess, get naked? Let's check out again. Okay. See with the staff, I do more damage because I am seeing that there is an improvement. The difference in spell damage between their mace. So this mace gives 40 spell damage. We all see that, right? 40 spell damage. And this staff gives 126. So, 126 minus 40. Wait, did that? 40. So that's 86 difference in spell power. 86 making a difference of... Okay, we'll have to remember that. Someone remember that number. Added to the memory? Is that how's that work? Okay. 247 minus 255. That's a difference of 8. So that scaling isn't great. Yes, I know I am complicating it. Dragonovi, I think the buff on elemental weapons is applied to the base damage and doesn't scale. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Because, like, Dragonovi, for someone like me who has tons of spell damage gear, it's like... I can't do spell enhancement. I have to start back over again and just only get spell enhancement items. Yeah, exactly. The scaling is terrible. I can just quickly do this. Hold on, do I have enough bag space? Maybe. If I become a naked cow. Birthday suit, go. Okay, we still have this, but that's okay because we have to put on the staff. All right. I'm a naked cow with a staff. My spell... How is my spell... Oh, right. It's just Soul Seeker. I'm doing 142. So that means an additional 500 spell power only gets me... I realize you guys keep seeing the calc. Sorry about that. Yeah, 255 minus 142. So 500 spell power got me 113 more damage. That's all it got me. So I guess I wouldn't really focus on spell power. Like, they don't... Shamans don't have enough spell power gear to make... Now, Blade, I don't know if you're still in chat. What does this look like for Paladins? Because I think it's better. Sorry, I feel very exposed here. I'm going to put on my gear. Well, it procs all the time, Blade. And I don't know how Crusader Strike works. But I believe you. I implicitly believe you. Because I don't know anything about Paladins. Hold on, maybe I can, I should have, where's my show and tell? There it is, Brave. That? Okay, if I check out Crusader Strike, you called it? So what's so special about this? Why is it so amazing? So it's 40 mana. It lasts 30... How is this... Oh, it's spammable. Oh. So... Okay, so let me make sure I get this perfectly clear. I just want this perfectly clear. So... Also, did I just not put back on my clothes? I didn't put back on my clothes. That's still embarrassing. Come, put on your hit clothes. Come on, you can do it. Okay, yeah, that did take longer than normal, oddly enough. Did I actually take the thing for... Okay. So when enhancement... When the team found out enhancement had these that are on 12-second cooldowns, but they had separate cooldown timers, they were told that was too much. But Crusader Strike can just spam a button with Flame Tongue, and that's okay. Oh, thank you, Blade. And can I also want to understand this a little better too, about how it scales with weapons. And Blade, I will check that out in a second, but thank you for reminding me. So let me get like my dinkiest weapon. I have Finkel's Skinner, right? So this shouldn't do much damage, right? Like this thing is... I could even go... I think I have just a regular skinning dagger. That would probably be even weaker. Yeah, there it is. So this does 2.2 damage per second. This thing ain't nothing to write home about. Oh, I don't have dagger skill. What? Wait. I should. Okay, 133. I don't know why it's dodging so much. That's very strange. I should have plenty of... Yeah, I'm at 300 with daggers. Is dagger something special? I think it's special. I don't know why it's special. All right, we'll go over this thing. Okay. 133 with the skinning dagger. Okay. Now I have all my spell damage gear on. Should keep my skinning dagger in my bags. That would be bad if I lost it. All right, let's get the big beefy Mauliver Deem Crusader out. Oh, 300. More than 360. It seems like is... Well, no, that's a crit. Sorry. No, actually, that's... Yeah, those are crits. So, 133 to 247, I gained 110 damage. When I went from this to this. So, 89... Like, the max damage on this skinny knife is 5 damage. The max on the Maul of the Redeemed Crusader is 389. But I only gained 120 damage. I agree, Koiz. That is the what. So what I've been told from more experienced and smarter shamans is that you should use a fast dagger. So it's not the weapon damage; it's just the weapon speed. So that scaling is based on speed? Not damage. That's interesting. Okay. So... Well, if that's true, we can test this. This has a speed of 1.6. Finkel's Skinner has a speed of 1.3. So, in theory, Finkel's Skinner should do less damage than the skinning knife. Yes, it is doing less. So it is purely based on speed. See, 133 to 117. I probably would use Midnight Haze because this has a speed of 1.8. It's not ideal. I do have Claw of Chromagus, which I think is even quicker, but... Yeah, exactly. All right, now I want to... I asked Blade even to... bring out that fun little chart, or the log. Thank you, Blade. Okay, let's see if I can get this situated a little better. Oh, thank you, Arthur Bonnell, for subscribing. Appreciate that. Okay, all right. Oh my goodness, look who's at the top there. Woo! Woo! Who's that? Who's that sexy, sexy shaman? Wow. Wow, look at that. That's okay. I knew who they are. I'm sorry for doxing you. Alright. So, let's take a look at Wiggles. Wiggles, it looks like 14% of your damage came from Flame Strike. Now, you're getting similar, like, damage amounts, right? So you're probably using a quick-ish weapon, 152 to 216. You probably have a decent amount of spell damage gear. But I imagine without this 14% extra damage, And I imagine you also didn't have it on all the fights. So let's go ahead. We're going to go back. Let's deselect all. And let's go to one where, Blade, do you know a fight that you had it on? Where you had, because I don't think you had Flame Tongue. Huhuron? Okay, beautiful, thank you. Where am I not seeing it? Princess Huhuron. Alright, we're just looking at Huhu. Wiggles is out DPSing the tank, which is a milestone for Protection Paladins. 420 damage per second, that's great. That's actually pretty good. Exactly, Haxer. Now, I can't... Now, Clench here is actually a very competent... One of the server's best enhancement shamans. And... You know, obviously isn't using Flame Tongue. So, there's a mountain of difference between this and this, right? But Wiggles also doesn't, like, Clench has Might of Menethil. Clench is bissed out for an enhancement shaman. And I'm pretty bissed out for an elemental. Also, to be fair, I think I was one of the only ones who flashed for this one. So, I mean, listen, you guys want to see something crazy? Hold on. I think there's one fight I looked really good on. Where's the fight? Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Ooh. Wow, that's what it's like to be the king. Now, I don't want anyone to look into the fact that this fight took very long. If this is the pull I'm thinking of, we had a very funny thing happen on this particular pull. Ricky, this isn't a damage meter. This is damage logs. So there's people in Raid who have an add-on that will record as much as possible of what happens in raids and then compile it, and you can upload the log to a website like Monkey Logs or Legacy Players. They functionally are the same, but... No, Haxer. No. Do you know why my number got this high, Haxer? So let me tell the whole story about what happened on this poll. In fact, oh, hi Riddle. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm not really here. Let me go back over to this. All right. Oh, that's okay. And we're just going to do another new one of those. That's fine. Fill. Now fill with black. All right. All right. And I'll switch this over here. No, we don't want that. That's not helpful. We want that. Okay. So, for those who don't know, when you fight Oro, you are essentially fighting in like imagine this is like the big room where you fight Oro, right? And little wormy dude, he's like in the middle. Okay. And you know, you have all your raiders. You usually have 3 groups. You have like a melee group, you have a caster group, and then you have like a tank hanging out over here. This is how my group does it. And every now and then, this guy right here, Mr. Fancy Pants Boys, he does one of these. He vanishes. He goes underground. And then a bunch of bad stuff happens. And by bad stuff, I mean these little crumblies. They start coming out everywhere, and everyone's got to run away. So if you are in the middle, you gotta run out. Because you gotta avoid the crumblies, right? Okay, everyone's with me so far. And then here's what happens. We're gonna zoop all the way back. He'll pop back up again. But when he pops back up, he will be squarely underneath one player. And this player is gonna get like zooted to the edge. And then the 3 groups form up again and you lather, rinse, repeat. Also, it should be noted that there's like, I don't know, like some ads that appear and then everyone has to gather them up and kill them, okay? But now, this is only a part of it because there's a Oro is an optional boss, okay? And by that I mean you usually come from twins. All right? You come in this way. And then when you're done, you go out this way. And, Sea Dog. Cthulhu. Okay? You get that, right? Now, on this particular pull, like, way out there, back in the twins chamber, someone was dual boxing in raid. And because of that, they left them AFK in twins room. So, Mr. Oro here, he done popped up, like, somewhere you couldn't see. No one knew it. The entire raid was freaking out. We thought Oro bugged. Everyone was still in combat. We didn't have crumblies. I don't think we had crumblies. Right? But the timers were still going. And then, all of a sudden, boom, he's back, baby. What happened was he killed that guy. But the way Oro is he just hangs out. He just hangs out, does stuff, and then he has a timer. If you haven't hit his enrage, he's just going to submerge again. So he did that whole cycle over there. Does anyone know off the top of their head how long it is between submerges? I believe it's a full minute. Now, Haxer, this is why the story is important. It's not 4 minutes, 20 seconds. It was exactly long enough for a tea and a mana potion to come back online, for me to stop casting spells long enough that my shaman's massive amount, and I'm not joking, all right? When I say I have a massive amount of like MP5, so I think it will show here, right? So you'll see that I have no spirit, right? But because I have Blessing of Wisdom, Mage Blood Potion on, and when you get to the 5-second rule, any spirit you have, because of those 3 things coming together, for that log that you see, well, let me bring up the log again. I gotta find it. Oh, no, where is it? No. Oh boy, where'd it go? The reason I got to the top here was A, because I was consumed out of my mind, because I wanted to prove a point, and B, because I had like a full minute plus before the worm came back, I could get most of my mana back. Yes, Blade, yes. And Haxer, I swear to God, I am not saying they need a nerf. I am saying the only reason I could do that was because I got to have a timeout. Like, you don't get to do a timeout mid-fight. You don't get to go, hey guys, you know what? I'm a little low on mana. Can everyone just, like, not do anything for a little bit? I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I know Elemental's strong in PvP, but let me show you. Let me show you guys something. Just so you believe how little PvP I've done. I have 31 honorable kills. And even though every time, I don't suggest anyone ever do this command. I'm going to do a /played. I got 35 days on her. So that means I kill less than one person a day of playtime on Obamswin. Exactly, Dragonovi. Like, if there's downtime for whatever reason, Elemental can keep up a little bit. But on something like where did that go? Something like I'm trying to think of something that's more of a this also might be a bad. So if I check out Princess Uhuron, I mean, mind you, this is clearly ignite damage. Yep, 53% of it. I am fully consumed for this, and I would never speak poorly of Lomik, but I don't think Lomik was fully consumed, and I don't think a lot of these people were either. This was my chance to shine, because I'm like, I don't think anyone's going to really consume hard for this AQ40, but I'm going to. I could bring up like a Nax log to show sort of better parity, but yeah, you get my gist. No, you know what, Haxer, I am a secret tryhard, but the thing is that I just don't have a lot of confidence that I can play well. So because of that, I try as hard as I can, because I'm just not that good of a player. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll tell you what really doesn't make sense. What happened to my music player? What the heck? That's over here too? Oh, I borked it. No, not that one. Yeah, I don't even know what, like, that should be an animated thing. I'm just gonna, okay, you're gonna get turned off, friend. Haxter, you know the answer to that question. It's, Wheeze is so high just because of Ignite. Ignite is busted. It's not even that it's busted, it's that it just throws off logs all the time. You said, oh, you sent me silly art? Oh, you didn't screw up anything. Let's check. Does anyone else want to see Riddle's silly art? I love silly art. Yes. Yes. I'm going to save that image. Streaming. You know, I just have a folder now, Riddle, just for the stuff you sent. Okay. I don't know if I have a good way of showing that. Oh, maybe I do. There's Riddle's illustration he sent. I like this canonical version of Obamswin. By the way, if any of you also like the illustrations done by Riddle, he has commissions open. You can get a fine doodle like this for $1. And the Turtle Team's very own Serendipity got a nice commissioned GIF art piece of some dryads who are on a frolic. Riddle can do it all. But I always encourage people to pay artists. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, what were your feelings? Hold on, I'm going to change topic. Oh, yeah, we'll get rid of that one, and we'll do this one. All right. Do you guys have any feelings about the, what was it? The advertisement done by Clickers? Mark Antius, who's a friend of the stream, friend of the program, put in a lot of work on that. It was really slick. Let me see if I can... Oh, wait, that would... So, I have a funny story about... I do have a funny story about this ad. I want to tell you guys, but I have to find a way to tell it without also getting this stream demonetized and in trouble. Where did I put that? I'm pretty sure it was in April 2, maybe. Okay, I'm going to pause. Actually, I won't pause it. I have to be real quick. to... Oh, wait. I'm going to pause desktop audio. This is the big brainwave. Okay. All right. I'm going to, I don't know if, okay. I think that will show. All right. We will go over to this and I'll show off this. Okay. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit and expand it out so you guys can see. So this is the ad. I am not going to play the audio from it. This is not because I don't want to, but because the music that you heard in the ad, your boy Vrogreg had a little learning experience today. This learning experience was that not, well, I don't know, what's a cute way of putting it? Not all that glitters is gold. And by that, I mean something can be royalty free, but still have a copyright. And this ad, I'm just going to run... There's no sound, okay? But this ad right here, okay, to have it paused. See, made by Mark Antius. He put this together. There's a minute 30-second long version of this. I brutally had him cut it down to 30 seconds because that's what I ask for anyone doing ads on the show. But I uploaded the news that you saw sometime like later last night, and everything on YouTube, like, it checked out. They're like, "Yep, no problem, anyone. Like, hey, we're good. There's no copyright infringement. You're good to go." And then sometime while I was sleeping, I got an email from YouTube saying, just kidding. And the music he used was royalty free, but still was copyrighted. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because Mark Antius is the homie. Because I came to him with this. I said, hey, man, the show's already in the can. I'm just going to let this loop on play. So I'm like, hey, the show's already in the can. Because of this, I won't get any ad revenue. I'm not going to get a strike, but like I'm going to get screwed out of like the couple shekels that I would normally get. And also to like workshop with him if there was anything we could do. He had class, like it was too late to fix anything, right? And so what happened was, he was an absolute homie and said, hey, like, well, how much, like, hey, how much you actually get for ad revenue? I'm like, it's not much. He's like, all right, well, like, he offered to cover it. And again, it really wasn't much. I think there might be certain strictures about how much I can say I make on ad revenue, but when I say it's not much, I'm talking like less than a Noble Garden loot box egg. Not much, right? So like he didn't like break the bank, but that was a really nice move by him, and he was very gracious in doing so. So yeah, this is I thought the ad went over great. Yeah. Let me also another fun addendum, we'll say, to this story. Let me see if I get this smaller, will it mess stuff up? Probably will, but you know that's a problem for later. Now let me see if I can. All right, I shrunk that down a little bit. Let me see if I think I do have it downloaded. So that, of course, wasn't the original version he sent me. I'm trying to get to the original version. Okay, we're going to... Can I just put that on there? Will that play? Okay. This was the original version. Does anyone who has a really keen eye, can you tell me what the difference is between what was just playing and what's playing now? Who has the cleverness to notice? Yeah. So he filmed the thing in like ultra wide definition. And in his defense, I said, hey, it's got to be 30 seconds. I didn't tell him anything else. That's on me. So, if you look, the widescreen version that we'll be playing right now has a lot more to it. And I think his original version was really good, but like I had to crop it down to like only take like you see how tall it is? Like I had to really zoom in so the top and bottom would fit the screen. Like just to give you an idea of how much I could fit in. You probably didn't know that, like, if I go back on the video a little bit, I'll freeze on the thing that was happening. So was it about here? No, it's during Nax, I think. So if you take a look on the left side of the screen right now, you'll see someone literally clicking Fireball while attacking KT. Mark Antius did the work to get this footage. And respect to him for doing that. Literally, it means there was a player who, for the joke, for the meme, because the clicker guild, like part of the joke, is that people who play there will click spells from their spell book. That's what this is right here. So, like, some of that comedy, I just had to cut out, because I'm like, I don't want to do a zoom in on a menu. So, shout outs to Mark Antius. Like he does good work. The music's whatever, you know, and I think if you just do better than I did and give him good good instructions, he does great. The transitions here are great. He has a good eye for like painting and cinematography. If you go back and watch a video, he did a really good job of like mixing the voices and making a really hype advertisement. So I'm a big fan of this. I loved it. So hopefully he sees that. Why are you playing that? Of all things, really, that's what you want to do. You know, that's fine. That's if that's what you want to do, Streamlabs, you can be bold. What am I supposed to have up? I don't think I have anything up I'm supposed to. Hold on. No? Did I get rid of everything? No, okay. That's the one. That's literally just the visualizer for the music, which is also playing on this particular screen. There it is. Okay. All right. So, I had one other activity I kind of had planned. I don't know if this is gonna... Well, this should still work. All right. Let me just check in with chat here. Oh, I do have music. I did turn it down as I'm stupid, and I thought, hey, I should turn it down. Here. You can probably hear it a little better right now. Are you guys still hearing? Can you hear music over me talking too much? Or under me talking too much now? It's just background music. Okay, good. Sorry about that. So, the other thing I had planned before my schizogenic diagram of an Oro fight, I think you were all made aware that I was, at least I'm excited to talk about it. The Turtle Wow News, like the program, is getting close to a year. So I had some ideas, and I asked people who watched the video, if you're still watching from the video premiere, good on you. Probably you're European and probably are asleep now. But if you're not, I had asked people who watched the video, I'm like, hey, let me know, like, any ideas you want to do for, like, that anniversary, that celebration. So I did start this. There were people who literally, I think I mentioned this in the RP channel. I was telling them a story, and I think, I can't remember if one of them said something like, hey, are you like up to, I think they brought it up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking of doing something for a year. And they said, you should do another T-Mod competition. So that is the first idea I have. I forgot to put this in. I did beat this out a little bit. So 2 face. Hold on, I'm gonna burp. Okay, now you guys know what my mute button is. It's minus on numpad. Was it on? Yeah. Face reveal. Need to get stuff. So I am willing to do that. I did talk to Dan from the radio, who's been like in like the creator space or what have you for a while. And I'm like, hey, you know, like how much risk am I putting myself at? And of course, everyone knows that the private server community is widely lauded for their stability and safety. But, you know, I'm like, beyond that, what else could I do? So, hello, Sebastian Rose. Abdul Ghani, hello. Sorry, I've been looking here and there. Haxer asks, I wonder if anyone tried speedrun strat of fighting Oro together with Cthulhu by pulling him there? Huh. That seems like a bad idea, Hax. Well, maybe if you... No, I don't think there's a good time to do it. It's possible, though. Riddle, true story, I actually have a Bulbasaur mask. Not like a full one, it's like sunglasses, but... And Sebastian, I hope you have fun on your journey. Remember, you're only level 18 now, but your journey of leveling up and exploring will still be the most impactful one you'll have. Enjoy it. Remember to stop and smell the roses, and have a good time. Okay, oh, Dragonovi, that's a great idea. Thank you. Dragonovi says, raid lead molten core with viewers. It's a good idea. I will say, if I put the call out to Blackwing Guard, it probably wouldn't be that difficult. I will say, though, that raid leading while managing a stream is up there in difficulty, but I think it's a good idea. So, I definitely think it's fun. Maybe we could like plan something. So, we'll in parentheses I'll put something extra. Something extra is needed for this idea, but I like the idea. Blade says we need to gather all the rogues who have actually tanked Nax and have a group therapy session. Blade, it's so true. Is it hard being both so right and yet also so bold in saying that? I'm glad you said that, though, because I actually have a screenshot I'll share. Because we, some of the OG rogue tanks did have this therapy session. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Give me a second here. A few extra large icons. Will that help? Yeah, maybe. But it was myself, Guru, and APOC. APOC, longtime fan. Guru started playing less. I think his work brought him out to Alaska. So, there's just less of him hanging around. Although I haven't seen Mama Jang. I don't know if she went with him. I know they're married, though, so a good chance they would stick together, right? Makes sense. Oh, here it is. Okay. Open with paint.net. So what you see here, this is Guru Blade. This is myself, and this is APOC. All of us. I transmogged the crap out of my rogue tank gear, but we I think it was after a stream one time, and both of them were just around. We chatted, and we just hung out and just reminisced. And you're right. There is value. There is value in having some group therapy done. But I don't think that's a good idea for the 1 year anniversary. Making a new tune and leveling from one with viewers. That's not a dumb idea. That could have some legs. So let's see. Level a tune on stream. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not saying that, like, this is like peak content either. I will not say that. Will that? Yeah, they'll show. Okay. This isn't peak content, but that being said, you're right. I think there's a good idea. There's a good idea in there. Let me see if I can. I'll actually be in game. I mean, if I'm in game, I might as well be in game. I'm just standing around an Ogrimmar. Here, we'll keep this list. We'll keep this list down here. All right. Poliwow says you got a full rogue tank, the entire MC pug. Okay. Let me just put 5 here. Don't listen to Poliwow. All right, that's a good idea. What? Why? Dragonovi, that's a brilliant idea. What are you talking about? I won't even... Listen, if you need me to not narc, I won't narc. Dragonovi says an MC, but instead of using gold for GDKP, use fish instead. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. You know what? I immediately see the issue. So hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, they have strike through, right? Yeah. No, no, do the strike. Okay, fish, DKP. All right, we can't do that idea because it is too similar to GDKP. Yeah. So how about we go ... and then unless... I could ask them about that. That would be hilarious. I would announce it like a week ahead of time. And here's the thing. Like, I'm just spitballing ideas, right? A really good idea is secret fish. Or like rotating... fish. So like what I'm thinking, there are many different types of fish. There's even additional ones, I think, in Turtle WoW. So I could be like, hey, we get this item. I'm like, all right, who wants this item? And then whoever bids the most, like long jaw mud snapper, they get it. But the next item, I'm like, all right, next stone scale eel. Next one's like what's that really useless one? The yellow snap jaw? But yeah, I could rotate it. So maybe. And that way, like, it won't encourage instability. It won't do anything like that. And, you know, if I can run it by them and get it approved, you know, I'll also say, like you if you ever do something like this, you need server approval. Poliwow. Okay, listen. You say people would buy out the fish market. Are you sure about that? Now, stone scale eel is different, right? But if we look up one of the useless fish, oh, this is not a good tune because she is not the fisher. Trying to think of what's like a long jaw. What market? Someone's going to buy 19? Someone's going to buy all 19. No one needs these. They're just buy. I think there's like an early cooking recipe, but that's it. That's why you should follow number 5 on the list. Oh, yep. You know what? Poliwow, I would say you're right, but I think I just double reversed myself. But yes. Might as well just try to auction of mystery items you choose and then tell people to bid with them. They would trade. What I would like is, I mean, continuing with that would be like, I probably would do something where I would say something like, okay, I'm going back to the list here. We're going to expand on this. Auctioneer ban. So like if I see someone bring out an auctioneer during raid, like you're removed from raid. Whatever you bring with you is what you have to bid with. No, Polywell, true story. Like the metal industry does pretty well. I could bring up charts, but yeah, like the lower level fishing is just doesn't really exist. But I will say, Draganovi, that's a fun idea. If anyone's ever watched Barney Beekeeper's 4-part series about getting the scepter for the hold on, I'm just gonna walk and put away my auctioneer pet. Yeah, exactly. The Peace Bloom GDKP. If anyone remembers that was hilarious. I would suggest anyone who hasn't watched that series, I highly suggest it to. Sorry, I'm going to make it so. Also, if you're wondering why Obamswin sometimes disappears, this is not on the turtle team. This is because I have Nam Power, which is a add-on that helps players who have a decent amount of ping have more reliable spell casts, and I also use vanilla fixes for auto looting and a couple other things like that. So, because I'm pretty sure if I remove them, her disappearing every now and then, it only happened after that. So this isn't on the team. Acalix, not a bad idea. You're showing some serious promise here. Oh, hold on. I'm actually remembering this time to actually check Discord every now and then. All right. So, Acalix says, idea number 7 is Turtle WoW trivia. And I would make it hard, because only turtle lore. Because I'm sure if you've been around the server long enough, you know there are people here who just unironically have just been playing WoW since the beta. They've read every book. They've played every expansion. They've done it all. I know for a fact that if I ask Dan, probably if I ask him, hey, do you know the name of Thrall's cousin? And he'd be which one? You ask me that, I'll be does he have a cousin? You know what I'm saying? There are those people who, I couldn't do, a general WoW trivia, but WoW trivia just based on turtle-specific lore? Now we're talking. Now we got some real wings on that. A Watawaski? You don't know. No, thank you. Yeah, fish au chocolat. I think Vrograg has that recipe and never finished the quest for it. Yes, though I do agree. Watowski is saying one pusher Giga Chad. Yes, he absolutely is. If anyone hasn't watched a news episode, a guildmate of mine, Breezy, sent a letter to Vrograg, making note of the hardcore player. I wanted to fit this in, but the news was getting a little long. But back when I was a hardcore in Vrograg, I did something where I actually, engage with the hardcore community. And back then, it was a much different server. We're talking 1,000 was peak. The high water mark for a long time. And there was a player, and I know only old heads or old hardcores would even know this name. His name was Port Sales, I believe. Port Sales. He did the same thing. He was an enchanting priest who had several hardcore alts that he would stand in right before Gurubashi Arena. And this was back when every Ogremar and Stormwind had just a guy that would teleport you to Gurubashi Arena. And there were reasons for that, but they've removed it since. But the reason I bring it up is that the guy did the same thing. And Murag was leveling a priest. If you've leveled a priest, you'd know how direly important getting a wand is. And your other professions as hardcore really matter. They can actually be the difference between life and death. So, yeah. So this wand pusher guy, he sounds like a reborn port sales. Yeah. Blade, you know I would never. Yeah, Ricky, I have that as one of my ideas. Level a tune on stream. I could do one on Telebim. I only say that because that's the I just want to like explore more of Telebim, but I immediately think that's a bad idea. Because I would get killed quite a bit. Yeah, we're just wandering here. We're just doing a little wander, a little walkabout. Hello, let's see, who do we got? Thalamir, Watoski, Riddle. I'm sorry, I'm just looking. Front battle, got it. Okay, got it. Thalamir, I don't want to ruin one of Murag's greatest triumphs, but yes, Genki, I would be stream sniped. So really fun story happened. I think this was just yesterday. It was the reason why when I logged on, I had like PvP gear on, and by PvP gear on, I mean I just had like this was swapped out for male, and this was swapped out for male. And I had a sword and a shield on. There were people who were in world chat talking about being interested in raiding Ogrimmar. Yeah, I don't know if anyone was on last night and saw that. Sorry, I just had a coughing fit. I'm still in the middle of it. Hold on. They should add loot to the bosses in cities. Would be cool raids. So many people have been curious about that, Acalix. Hey, Speeds. Good to see you. It's been a while. Speeds, I will always remember the winter frog you sent to Vrograg. Always appreciate that. Yeah, I was about this time last week, I started coming down with a cold. So. And Dragonovi, what do you mean when you say molten core tier gear from faction leaders? What do you mean when you say that? That sounds surprisingly specific. Oh, you're doing a hardcore rogue? Nice, nice. Yeah, my one of my guild master, Tanky, he did the same. Mm-hmm. Oh, really, Dragonovi? No reason? By the way, if you're just joining, just dropping by, we are working on oh, do I don't even have. Boy, hold on. I gotta fix this. No one's gonna know what the list is for. And even then, they're not going to know why the list... Oh, jeez, I'm so silly. Okay. No, not that. Stay red, I guess. We're going to go yellow for this and be like 1 year news anniversary. So, yeah. Just letting people know, like, that's actually what that list is for. I could just see someone like joining, being like, "What? Are you just like listing awesome ideas?" Speeds, I don't know. Actually, I do know. I am going to take the boat in Sparkwater Port. Oh, geez. Might mean if you're Night Elf, you might have some trouble. I'll see what I can do at the port, though. Maybe they'll let you on. I can't remember because I don't play Alliance. Do the goblins here attack Alliance? Does anyone know? Take the boat to... Yeah, but I think they would die. Okay, yeah. I don't want... people are just trying to have a good time. I don't want to kill them. We're gonna... hold on, thinking. We're gonna have to circle back to... Oh, dude, this is just a dangerous spot for Alliance, huh? It makes sense. Sorry, we're gonna circle back. We're circling back. You've done it before? If you guys think you can get to the boat... Okay, alright. Oh, RP, I'll try to convince them. Oh, like, what should I say? Like, hey, guys. Let them on the boat. They are with me. And I have cap blocks on. You know, Creasy... You think I don't have Pinchy, but you're wrong. I do have Pinchy. I think. I don't have Pinchy. I think I have Pinchy on Shibiji then. Yeah. You know, if you're Alliance and you're walking, I promise after Hinterlands, we're going to be closer to like more widely neutral area. If you can get onto the boat and you're Alliance, just remember, after you teleport in, you just jump right off the boat. I'll join with you, because when you get to port, you're going to be in a troll town, and they will kill you. All right. By the way, fun fact, you can sneak under here, I think. I love doing a little walkabout. Oh, okay, see, like, this would... Well, these are level 12 and 5. You're probably fine there. Level 14. Yeah, if you're high enough level, this is like nothing. Wataski, I cannot join a group with you because we might be engaging in PvP, and the server rules are pretty strict about not engaging in PvP while doing any PvP. Okay, I'm actually, you know what? The boat's here long enough. I think I should be okay. I might run at the very end just to make it. If you're in the back of the line, go for it. I see everyone's fine. Okay, just a little stutter step, I don't want to miss the boat. All aboard. All right. So yeah. Also, anyone just dropping by? We are currently brainstorming ideas of what I should try doing. An event, anything to celebrate 1 year of Turtle WoW news on the server. And yes, Blade, we are worried about the Hinterland guards. We will jump off right when we zone in. I'm just going to put it here too before I forget. I could organize... Why are you? Stop being that color. Another... Oh. See, I like caps here. Another PvP event? Question mark? Something... Oh, hold on. I gotta get in the game. Jump off! Alright. Get back to, where was I? No, do this. Something new. Alright. Alright. Well, if you know this area, we're all going to meet at the bottom of the ramp leading up and out of here. If you don't know this area, there's a ramp that leads up and out of here. I do Haxer, but I mean, like, no one, there wasn't, I mean, only Riddle's the only other shaman, so, you know. You know what, though? I mean, we could go to, I wonder if anyone else wants to do that. I don't have, oh, geez. Hold on, that is not Turtle WoW, that's Nampower or Vanilla Fixes. You know what? No, it'll be too dangerous. There'll be some people that will just get clapped. I don't want them to get clapped. I was thinking about going to Scarlet Enclave. Yeah, I was thinking of that too, Haxer. It could be a bad idea. Pennsylvania, I do not need Aspect of the Dolphin. I have Water Walking and Plane Striding. The greatest combination in the game, and literally the genesis of this character. And Haxer, honestly, I wouldn't... Obamson would never swim there. Obamson would plane stride there, and you know it. Grats, Riddle, on your new line of work. Yep, we have a couple other people. Blade's jumping in. Oh, is that hold on, is that Nadoba from Wolfskull Clan? Hello? I just heard... I felt bad. I didn't see the announcement anywhere else, but, oh, what is their name? It's one of the... Hold on, let me check my facts here. Let's open up Discord. This was in RP Lounge. Okay, yeah, Zorazar, who I think is heavily involved with Wolfskull Clan, just recently became an RPGM, joining Gior. So there's another RPGM hanging around. Now, you might think, hey, what is that? What does that mean? If you want to have like an RP event, there's a lot of concessions you have to deal with the game, right? There's things that that just aren't in the game. But like, if you bring an RPGM, a reasonable request, and like involve them in like what story's going on, they can do a lot to actually help make that come to life. RPGMs are some of my favorite people on the server, and anyone who helps out with those sort of things, whether they're actually an RPGM or not, just absolutely goated individuals, and I love them. Yeah, so does Fashion Dev count as? Oh yeah, I guess she would, right? Because Fashion Dev did the little clothing bazaar. Yeah. Yeah, Zorazar. So anyway, I saw someone from Wolfskull Clan in our little cadre here. So I wanted to shout them out. Who is it? Hold on. Maybe I can get it while strafing. Oh, I'm going to keep walking. It's strafing. Nadoba. Nadoba, hello. I went to a Wolfskull Clan RP event like a while ago. I had a good time. Oh, yeah, Haxer, you say that. Well, actually, now that it's not just Gior, I remember I was working... I threw it by Gior because, like, that's sort of the... Oh, hello. Oh, Ballad. Sorry. And I'm on caps, too. Hello, friend. Would you like to go for a walk and feel the air in your hair/fur? No, so what happened was, it wasn't that he was too grumpy, right? So Blackwing Guard was having their first birthday celebration, or no, second birthday celebration, excuse me. And, I threw it by, the leadership. I'm like, hey, like, we should get an RPGM involved. It'd be really fun, like, if we had, like, a black dragon to fight. That's part of the lore of Blackwing Guard, right? But it's a West Coast guild, like West Coast US. And Gior, I gave Gior, like, the idea, and then Gior's like, so when is it? And I told him, he's like, bruh, that's like 3 a.m. my time. I'm like, I know. Fortunately, there were other GMs that helped out. So I'm glad we have more RPGMs, also because it helps with time zone problems. There's a lot of RPers in the EU zones, a lot of RPers in the NA time zone, so that's good. So let's see. I don't think I've ever gone over here with Obamsawin, so this might be interesting. I know there's like an alliance place here, right? We'll stay on the path, though. Oh, sorry. I just bumped into the mic. Sorry about that. If anyone that just blew out someone's eardrums. Sorry. I just saw someone say an idea in Say Chat. Gioni, I don't even know why. I just saw, I have an idea. I don't even know why I looked at it. Gioni says, undercover operation, report on the ERP community. No, but that would have been really good for April Fool's Day. I'm going to add you to the, don't listen to Poliwow. Hold on. And Jayuni? Okay. You're on the list now. You're on the registry. What? I don't know. There is something so beautifully simple about that idea. Hold on. Who said that? Watoski. Yeah, hold on. What? A fishing competition? Duh. Yep. Good idea. That is a really... Why have I not had... I think I've had... If anyone remembers, like, has been, like, attending my streams for a while, I think I had, like, every now and then I would... The person who caught, like, the biggest version of a fish, or the most of a fish, I would, like, give them, like, 10 gold. But that would be a great idea. Thalamir says, attempt to join Den of Moral Delights. No, that's okay. Vrograg is in a situationship in lore with Murag. And Obamsawin in lore, I believe, is too wrapped up in her own work. And Shibiji is an evil, cackling, Hakar worshipping forest troll. So maybe Shibiji would be the one to join an ERP guild? But it's not a good idea. McRuff says they need to put Uther's and Arthas's hammer in the game as loot or a quest chain. Okay. I mean, we still... it's on the 25th, right? So that's why I wanted to start asking about it now. So what's the next news episode is going to be the 16th. And then after that's going to be... Hold on. Can I do math? Hold on. The 23rd. So the actual anniversary... So we have like 2 weekends, I think. I might be out of town. Crap. Creasy. good idea. Creasy, whoever Creasy is, said, erase. There's a lot you can do with races, right? I mean, the thing about races is I don't want to just make it a who has the best mount trinket setup go. Yeah, I don't want to make it that. Akalix asks, have you been to the Isle of Eternal Autumn in Alothalas? Yes, I think I have on stream on Vrograg. Haxer says, cleansing of Ashbringer quest chain in Scarlet Citadel? Yeah, why not? But yeah, Akalix, I think I did explore there with stream a week or two after it got released. It was a little tough, but I mean, I wanted to go fishing there, right? We went fishing there, and we went fishing on Blackstone Island, Black Rock Island, or whatever it's called, the Goblin area. Oh. I did say I would think about doing a battleground. I don't know if I should, though. Thank you, Shadowwing. I thought we did. If anyone watched the most recent Barney Beekeeper video, she actually released one this year, believe it or not. She was talking about the end of Classic, and they had like a foot race around Mirage Wasteway. And that's sort of the thing where, like, I think where races kind of fall apart. Or is that like what's in bounds? How much can you cheat? People are gonna want to go fast, so they're gonna want to try to get any advantage they can. So like, you can't really have that. So I think like a race, maybe, you know what? I'll add this to a race / treasure hunt. Something like, although I don't think I've ever watched the show. I just know it exists. The Amazing Race, where like you have to go to a spot and then do a thing, and then you have to go to a spot and then do a thing. I think that could be interesting. That's something I could even get maybe the RPGMs involved in, or just like people that want to help out. Could you imagine? Hold on, am I going to be good on this road for a while? All right, I think I will. I'm going to bring this over here. So let's take a look at my... I'm just taking a screenshot of the whole map. Okay, just keep it on the road. Do this. Sorry if I just flashbanged anyone. How does that look? Yeah, okay, that looks fine. All right, so let's see here. Nope. Stay up. Okay. All right, let's see with a, let's get a brush out. All right. Imagine a race that starts in Teldrassil. You go down through Darkshore, go in through Ashenvale, go to Fellwood, into Winterspring, boy, I guess from Hyjal you really can't go anywhere. Alright, maybe I'd have to change the route a little bit. Oh, I am off the road. Sorry. I could think of a route. Okay, but all I'm saying is something that's like, whoop. You know, something like that. Think about that for a race. And like, you know, like there's like a stop here and there's like a stop here. You know, you do it like the whole way through. Also, what is this island? Has that always been there? Telebim. Lapidus. Boom. Boom. And then whatever's up there. Anyway, it's an idea. No, Haxer. Like, if I could do it like a race, right? Like, I would be involved in the race, I would assume. And I would sort of walk along with everyone. Or, like, you know, try to race with them. No, I guess I couldn't because I would know what all the stations are and, like how they work. It would... That sounds like the most work. But has the best potential. Is kind of where I'm at with that one. I would need more cooks in the kitchen to cook that casserole, is what I'm saying. If you had a sprint with a starred stamina bar instead of just speed trinkets, yeah, that would be good. Oh, am I? I am not. Oh, well, I am on the wrong road. I am on the wrong road, I think. Wait. Oh, the road just ends, huh? Okay, we got to kind of go around, I think. These fine, probably cannibalistic trolls. I don't know. What tribe are they? Zularek? Who's got the lore on these Zularek guys? Are they bad news or good news? The amount of salt that I could have generated from the Alliance complaining about not having an instant teleport to Light's Hope Chapel, I could season a whole bag of potato chips. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so they're just a fraction. They're a fracture group of the Amani? Or are they Witherbark? I know Witherbark's trouble. Sorry, I was looking at my paint.net window. I was not paying attention to the road. I apologize if I put anyone in danger. Okay. Yeah, I think I would probably say the most popularly desired one that that I've gotten just generally. People just want another transmog competition. I'm not even wholly against it, but like one issue that I had with the transmog competition is that I am not nearly as knowledgeable about gear and like looks as I thought I was. Like, I'm decently well versed, but there are people that can just look at like a piece of gear and be like, oh yeah, those are like the archer bracers. Like they're that good. So when I saw a Tauren warrior that had PvP gear and that it was just a PvP gear set, I didn't know. Because, again, I don't really do PvP. And I was so embarrassed that, like, I helped someone get further along. And I had Shock Warden and Murog with me, helping me. And they were both people that didn't do a lot of PvP. And even if they did, they didn't really play warrior, so they just didn't know either. You got the Arathor Trabant mixed up with and judged in an Arathi Paladin as a Scarlet. Yeah. Fashion Dev would be a brilliant idea for a judge. One, because I like Fashion Dev. I've talked to her separately. She's a cool human being. And also because she would most likely show up as Alliance. And that was another thing. Oh, there's such crazy horde bias in this trans. I'm like, I let Alliance people in. An Alliance person, what are you talking about? There's Alliance bias. It's like, the only bias was that I really don't know what Paladin gear looks like. And so if they show up with a set, I'll be like, oh, that looks cool. Someone whispered me and said, you should use a judge panel for Mog comp and have help moving people through so it's not all on your shoulders. Well, that's kind of what I leaned on Shock Warden and Murog to do. I wanted them to give their input. I wanted them to sort of like they do in like those like reality talent shows to be like, hey, like, do they get a pass or do they not? Like, you need 2 passes to go, right? And that's kind of where we were at. Yeah. The more help I could get in any respects. I remember, shout out to the little Karen, who helped me massively during the PvP event by just being willing to help with signups. Like, there's a lot that makes like those sort of community events really hard to do, and that's one of the reasons I've shied away from it. Because like, I'm trying to have a good time. I'm trying to have fun with people in stream and hang out. And like, when I do an event like that, it is so much work. They're good ideas, but it's just so much work. This is the way out, right, guys? Thank you, Adrian. That's very nice of you to say so. Charlie, don't surf. Why don't you do your show live on the Turtle Wow radio on the anniversary? That's actually a good idea. Short answer is live shows tend to not be produced as well. And the longer answer is involved with my unfamiliarity with the radio broadcasting software they do. So doing an event, I would want to be familiar with as much of what I'm doing as possible. And like, for instance, I wouldn't want to start streaming through OBS for an event. I would want to get my sea legs under me with OBS before I moved off of Streamlabs, right? So that's a good idea. But I don't think it's something that I would go for. Zorazar would be a good anything. Source, Zorazar is amazing. Pennsylvania. Abdul Ghani asked, who is your favorite war chief? Depends on which character of mine you're asking. Vrograg, as a journalist, would try to neutrally sidestep the question. Obamsawin would say Thrall, and Shibiji would probably say Hakar or Rend, just because she wants to see everything destroyed. My personal favorite, I mean, like, it really depends on what point in history you're talking about, right? Like, so I guess if it's during Classic era, like, you don't have a lot to compare against. You have the previous ones in the Warcraft titles. I guess it's a matter of how pragmatic they can be versus how inspirational they can be. And Thrall at times is not very pragmatic, but is very inspirational. Whereas some of the more violent warmongering ones are very pragmatic, but and can be inspirational, but their version of pragmatism is a utility just to make things worse for the people that they're serving. So, to that end, I think Thrall probably at this point has the lead just because he generates the best good for most of the people in the Horde. But other ones that have been War Chief or could be War Chief would arguably be good in other scenarios. Can you let the fewer vote on a 1 to 10 scale? So, Shadow Wing, I totally could just keep doing... So, I actually have had this conversation, Shadow Wing. I'm assuming you're talking in regards to doing T-Mog and doing votes. So, one of the reasons I don't, certainly for preliminary things with T-Mog, I don't want it to go to votes because I genuinely don't want popularity contests to win. I think in order for someone to get like to the later rounds or whatever, they should be there on merit, and then like towards the most late rounds, I think that's when people should vote. And yeah, and at that point, if it's a matter of popularity, okay, that's fine. Like you're winning them over with charisma or, you know, like whatever. I just don't want someone to show up in like a banana hammock Speedo and just be like, hey, what's up? And then like just win because they just know a lot of people on the server. Yeah, I like to respect the craft of T-Mogging, you know? Oh, that'd be cool, Adrian. Yeah, I mean, don't feel any pressure to, you know, like, as I always tell people, you should only be playing games if you're having a good time. You know, I also know sometimes people have problematic relationships with addictive games, like, you know, but as long as, like, you're comfortable with it, and, you know, like, that's great. Who do we got here? Oh, Blade's still hanging out. And also to actually answer your question now that I fully read it, Shadow Wing, they offer 4, I think is the maximum for YouTube polls, because YouTube streaming's just bad. Sorry, I thought we could go that way, guys. We have to go around the keep this way. Abdul Ghani, you can send the love right now. I think Riddle might even still be in chat. Let me check. Riddle, yep. Right there, Riddle Lightning. That's the person that did the thumbnail doodles. Like I did the like the backgrounds, and if you look for the stream one, I did like a green Ron Burgundy. Like I did that, but. Well, thank you, Adrian. Yeah, you know, Abdul Ghani, pretty much at this point, every time I make a video, I try to understand what I want to do with my, like, my first point of contact is like, okay, like, I want to do something that will make a really funny sketch from Riddle. That's like my first concern. So like if you paid attention to this week's news, right? My first point of interest was the transfers being open, right? And like I talked about the transfers from Northern R to the 2 SEA servers are open, and they still haven't said anything about dropping Handsy support. Like those are the 2 first things I came out with. I'm like, Riddle can't do a good illustration on that. Well, then we started talking about the boar thing. I'm like, hey, Riddle, listen, I'm going to pay you. I got you. Can you give me Vrograg on a boar? And guess what you got? You got Vrograg on a boar. And he does work. He does work. You see this? He made this while I was going on a diatribe about my shaman fighting Oro. He's whipped that up. There's his version of Mura being a smite priest. Those are the two I have saved on my scene. Oh, is this the... Oh, this is the hole in the wall. This is where we should go, guys. Huh. It is, 7:40 where I am. Murag hasn't come home yet. It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, I think she's late. Oh no, how long do I have to wait till I have to start worrying? Okay. I don't want to be like that spouse, you know, and then like freak out when like it's something. Okay. Because she probably told me she was going to be home late, and then I just didn't remember. 1 hour? 1 hour's, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, she had something in a crock pot. Okay, I'm going to leave myself auto-walking. I was supposed to do something with the crock pot. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right. What'd I miss? Oh, gee. Oh, geez. Oh, is this an Alliance farm? Okay. Wait. Where are we at? Oh, we should be going into the Wrathic Highlands. That's fine. Okay. So. No one narc on me, but really, dude, you want this smoke? Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, you guys want to see something funny? You guys want to see something like hilarious? You're gonna be slapping your knees, laughing. You'll have trouble holding back the tears of laughter you will see. You see this spell right here? Calm Elements. All right, we're just gonna stop here for a second. Just a second. Calms the target, reducing the range at which it will attack you by 10 yards. So this is like Soothe Humanoids, but for elements. Oh. Would you look at that? There's an element right here. Hey, you know what? Oh, maybe I'm doing like some herbalism. I gotta kind of wander close. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I'm in range. Let's do it. Ready? Here we go. Calm Elements. Why? I don't know why it does that. It didn't always do that. And I wish I could answer that question. I don't know why it has a horseshoe for an icon. Fun story too. I don't want to share everything yet because I haven't really done everything. But I've been pushing for new icons for consumables. Also buffs, but I want to start with consumables. Let me show you guys something. A little something quick right here. All right. This is my inventory. Now, I could mouse over stuff here, and I would know what it is. Do you see this thing right underneath my mouse here? Right underneath it. I'm gonna ask. Okay, I'll put it to a poll. What item be that? Mongoose? Something else? Okay, we're gonna start the poll. Okay, this item just below my mouse. What is it? This is a trick question, but that's giving away the game. All right, we're going to end the poll here. End the poll. Okay, 6 votes. I know I ended it quickly. Half of you thought it was mongoose. It looks like mongoose, right? It's cerebral cortex solution. All right, you see the thing under my mouse right now? What do you guys think that is? Less of a trick question, but just tell me what you think it is. I was getting ready to go to Nax. What is that? Okay, I'm seeing jungle medicine. Polybus says Dream Shard or Jungle. Okay. Don't forget, Poison Resistance Elixir has the same icon. Abdulghani, I don't know what you're on. That's not a fire pot. Yeah. Dream Shard Elixir. So, there are a couple items that have overlap with icons. And to the absent-minded, remember, yeah, guys, still not going to narc on me, but okay, the thing I did with the crock pot, here's what happened. I will get back to the consumable story. But Murag left a note for me saying hey, can you add corn to the crock pot after this time? And I opened the can, I put the corn in. And then I'm like, oh, after I emptied the can, I'm like, oh, you know what, I gotta take the recycling out. So I did that, and then I came back in, and I kept getting ready for stream. Do you know what I did, though? I just left the corn just piled on top of the crock pot. I didn't stir it in at all. And I think I left the crock pot on cook, and it shouldn't have been on cook. So I struggle with basic instructions is what I'm getting at here. So when I see something like this, what do you think the chances are that I'm going to stop? All right. Do you guys see what is below my mouse right now? This is a pain that only elemental shaman know. Does anyone know what consumable is right underneath, just south of my mouse? I don't think I can zoom in. Genki guessed nature power potion. Okay. Poliwow says elixir of greater nature power. Okay. Is it intel flasks? I don't... no, that's elixir of the sages, I think. Okay, so Poliwow, you get it too. All right. Oh, but wait a minute. What's under my mouse here? Oh, that looks kind of similar. Oh, and they're in similar amounts. Can you see the issue? Now, those are separated for a reason. All right, so this one, nature power. Elixir of greater nature power. This one, nature protection potion. So yeah, I brought some of these more aesthetic issues, but I found out graciously that there are members of the team that are like, yeah, that's a good point. We're kind of busy. I'm like, okay, well, Like what if I did it? Like what if I just made like some color swapped stuff, make it like more clear? And they sound rather positive about it. So I've spent a little extra time like making them. And I'm hoping to use some of the lesser used what would you call them? Lesser used icons, or do some palette swaps to make things more evidently clear. So let me try to do this here for a second. Okay, am I good on a straightaway here? Guys, Murrog's home. No one say anything. Actually, I should probably say hello to her. Hold on, give me a second here. Okay, she doesn't sound angry, so I think we're in the clear. All right. I was gonna bring this spec. Oh, I don't really want to look at that. You guys don't need to see my game plan to kill Oro. Oh, where did I put it? Oh no, did I do all that work and forget where I put it? Yes, I did. No, I'll find it. It's like my icon project, I think I called it. I do a lot of do a lot of stuff on my computer. Thank goodness I put everything in. It's market icon? No. Oh boy, I think I actually lost it. Oh, this is bad. Well, thank goodness I can still walk. All right. I probably had to name one of them something with the word icon. Don't feel me now, Windows search. Well, Haxer, the reason my thumbnails are good is because of Riddle. And I was given direct orders to not deviate from the art style. I found it, guys. Good news. All right. Will this make stuff crash? Maybe? No, well, open with, there it is. Okay, got it. I know it's stretched out. All right. This was my proposal. Oh, so let's get it nice and centered. I should probably watch where I'm. Oh, geez, I'm in the irrigation ditch. All right, so you can see. I list some examples, right? Flask of the Titans, limited vulnerability potion, same icon. I did this one with you. Larval Acid, Greater Nature Protection Potion, Greater Nature Power Elixir, same icon. Flask of Distilled Wisdom, very similar. If you zoom in, it's like one slightly more saturated, but that's it. We have Elixir of the Mongoose, Cerebral Cortex, we just did that. Ground Scorpock Assay, Ungoro Soil, Dust of Decay, Magic Dust, Grave Moss, all have the same icon. That I could say as a rogue, that was tough. Because I used Dust of Decay. You might use Magic Dust and Nax. Grave Moss if you're an herbalist. Ungoro Soil if you just are doing, if you want like your agility berries. And then you have Ground Scorpock Assay. This one's a little less of an issue, but Major Mana Potion Aqua Contestant, so the one-time use one, same icon. This one's devastating for some. Noggin Fogger, Dreamless Sleep, not that one as much as Greater Arcane. That can get messy. The other one that was really tough, I list a couple more. We went through this one, right? The 1 and 4. Also, 4 different desirable foods have the same icon. Telebim Delight, Nightfin, Lobster, and Dragonbeth. What was the other one? This one I thought was funny. This one I listed because I was worried about people getting scammed. Flask of Supreme Power and Mighty Rage. Same one. This one. Sweet Mountain Berry, Sweet Mountain Berry. Yeah, they actually have the same name and the same icon. Also, so one Sweet Mountain Berry does agility, and the other one does stamina. So I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind volunteering some of my time to help the cause. Oh my goodness, Haxer. That is a really good idea. Unfortunately, according to Wowhead, when I just looked up for like, hey, show me everything, right? What do you got? I think it's like 1,000-ish icons are in through like TBC. So getting 1,000 doodles from Riddle might, I mean, that's $1,000. The icons are one of the reasons I prefer to have my bags in separate box instead of all one big bag, so I can keep my items stored. Yeah, actually, just to show you my logic here, everything in the top row here, all for spell power and DPS. Like, this is all for spell power and DPS. So, Wizard Oil next to Wizard Oil. Spell damage food next to the flask. Cortex. Cortex helps crit, so I counted it. Fire power elixir. Nature power. Arcane. Mage blood. I can't do damage without mana. Dream shard. Dream tonic, right? And then under that, I have all my resistance. See, like frost, nature, arcane, shadow, fire. I also have like my juju. So like in my brain, just because I did that one thing with Rose, it saved me. Yeah, Thalamir, you shouldn't be buying Dream Tonic anyway. It's only one shard, right? And 35 spell damage for 20 minutes is the weird part. I agree with you there. Also, you might be saying, why do you have so much tea? You don't understand how thirsty the shamans be. Yeah, and Haxer, I'm pretty sure some of those icons were added. I literally just went, I did like a Google search for like Wowhead Classic icons, and then I went and looked that up, and I think I saw like 1,000 plus. Confirming that the Fox Girl icon exists. Interesting. Let's see, what do we got here? Watoski might die. Thalamir. Do we have anything that anybody that can tank? I'm just curious. Nadoba. I think Krum might be able to tank. Actually, you know what? It would be terrible RP for me to kill red dragons again. Blackwing Guard is technically servants of the red dragonflight. Red dragon skills, though. You can farm them up here. You can see Obamswoman has this cleared out. That's because I started doing resto, and the red dragon skill set's really good. Haxer, I could do that, but that doesn't give me a number, and because the instructions were have a consistent art style, having access to the TBC icons means I could also maybe use those as well. But honestly, some of the TBC icons are noticeably better, like in art style, because like I'll get down to like the mask and like look at the grid. There's actually mistakes on some of them you don't even notice. But yeah, exactly, Haxer. Yes, some of them do fit. Well, it's all good, Thalmir. Go for it. If I had a way to help you get there quicker, I would help. Server restart in 13 degrees Fahrenheit? I'm from America. By the way, I will give the EU up and down. Metric, yes, you're right. It is better for everything. But I will take this to the grave. Fahrenheit's better for temperature. Not for, like, scientific purposes, but, like, here's what's great about Fahrenheit. If it's 0, it's okay, it's beyond freezing, but it is cold as hell. If it's 100, it's hot as hell. There you go. With Celsius, it's like it's gonna be like 23. Well, 30, that's crazy. A 40, I'm like, come on, guys. 100's right there. The scale gives more room, so like the numbers, they're more fine, if that makes any sense. And just the way it's set up is just better for like human living condition. I'm telling you. Again, Haxer, I agree. Scientifically, it is better. But for like telling you how the weather's gonna be, like it's Fahrenheit's better. That's the only thing I'll take to my grave. If I was cooking, yeah, I would prefer Celsius. I'd want to know when water is going to no longer be a liquid, and I would like to know when it will no longer be ice. You know, that kind of stuff. That's useful. Yeah, but here's the thing. And I say this as someone who lives in a frozen, a colder spot in America. If you live in colder spots, man, after freezing, like, you don't really get to, like, like, it's really bad until, like, I guess it would be, like, -0 or -10 in Fahrenheit. But, like, 32 is, like, it's It's okay. Also, Fahrenheit and Celsius, oddly enough, they meet up at -40. Like, that's actually where they mean the same thing. Polywow, listen, I don't ask people to out themselves as American, but I appreciate you, patriot. Again, it's just for like climate and living stuff. That's the only everything else Metric has. I'm still trying to wrap my head around people being tall in centimeters. So like, I think at some point in like the 70s or 80s, like the government said that they were going to be switching America to the metric, but like culturally, listening to the government is just like a thing that just Americans just don't do. Yeah. Also, Adrian, you're not wrong about Kelvin, but. Oh man, the server's gonna restart in 10. I'll wrap up stream when the server restarts, I think. We've had a fun little walkabout, huh? I gotta get back to work on these icons too. Also, if you have any other ideas for the celebration stream, let me know. It's okay. It's the weekly reset. It shouldn't be that long. Yeah, Haxor, I did post them in the place where we first talked about them. Oh, I didn't post them. I just posted like some of the early drafts I did, but I still got more work to do. Probably not going to happen, PolyWow. Also, that's a reason you're on the list, by the way, for not listening to you. My interactions as a journalist talking to Torta, whether it's been in voice or through text, Torta is very sensitive about her privacy and doesn't even like direct quotes. As a woman in the gaming space, I can understand and respect that. There's a lot of people that are gunning for her, and I think even if she was just a dude, right? I think I would completely understand the privacy concerns, but given my exposure with women in gaming spaces, like it's extra like sketchy, and you'd be extra worried. So I understand that. When I've had things I really need to ask Torta about specifically, she's been receptive, and I've valued that. So part of that, like part of the journalist part, is that like you respect what people ask of you when there's not much on the line, and then when you need to ask something that is important, they'll understand that you've respected them in the past, and it's a give and take. Like that's really what that relationship's about. So I think it's a good idea. And Torta used to be a lot more vocal in the Discord, but Discord has like garbage security. So like I think that's a lot of reason why she moved off, along with like some other people who were like in the wings. You still see her post occasionally in the forums, but yeah. And a real, I'm not even gonna lie. That's why number 2 on my list actually has like not happened yet. I actually I had to run through a list of stuff with Dan, who has a lot of experience in like content creation. I'm like, hey, like here's my situation. Am I exposing myself? Is this potentially dangerous? Like I don't want to get doxxed. I don't want to be like swatted. I don't want like people like showing up at my house. You know what I mean? And that's serious, you know? But Dan helped allay a lot of those fears and showed me like, hey, these are the spots that are actually your biggest concerns, and like giving me the seal of approval. So really all that's stopping me now, I have the camera, right? Because hold on. See? Oh wait, is that even hold on. Is that no, not that cam. Cat cam. It doesn't have a cat, but it's out there. So I have the cam, right? But even if you look at this, like right now you're seeing where the cat bed used to be. Lighting's not great, and I am someone who does care about production quality, so I do want like a lighting setup. I want to get that, and I also want to get like even if it's like a rudimentary, like a clothing hanger and a green and like a green sheet. I want to be able to do that so my stupid face doesn't take up a lot of space. PolyWow, you're not wrong. A lot of people that are higher up in the gaming space, first off, usually don't have a time zone that works well with mine. The second thing is that there's also a lot of issues with how good the English is. And if I'm having interviews, I generally want to keep a good like verbal alacrity to keep things like moving along. I mean, I've talked to Dan. I don't think I've ever done anything with Shang. Shang's definitely someone who I know I could talk to. So I mean, yeah, it's not that bad of an idea. Even though, you know, rule number 5 exists. Abdul Ghani says, "What's your opinion on the rise of free speech guilds and turtle?" Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's so. My opinion is that as someone who believes strongly in journalistic ethics and principles, the right to free speech is vital. But this, I noticed that you put the word free speech in quotation marks, and this is just being used as a as like a pry bar to allow people to say terrible things. And I even say go ahead and say terrible things, but the people that are in charge of the community have every right to deal with you as they see fit. If you don't like that, then you are free to not participate in that community. That's how media works, is that if you say really out-of-pocket things in your media, you can at times be held liable, or if you're writing, or you could be held liable for slander. But I mean, just in general, those people are just misinformed. They're ignorant, and they're just this generation's versions of trolls. That's all it is. Like, I remember being a stupid, you know, late teen, early 20 edgy loser. I said really stupid things all the time. I'm not going to pretend like I wasn't one of those people. What I might have said might have been different. But what those people need is to be told that they're doing a dumb thing, they're hurting the community, and expecting and asking them to do better. That's how you can take those people and get a better result. It's not elegant, it's not easy, it's messy, it's painful, but so is growing, and so is learning, and that's just how life is. So I try to give those people the time of day. If I feel like they're acting in bad faith, then no, we're done. And that's how it is. Thank you, everyone, for not narking on me to Murag. She'll never know. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm going to get out of this tunnel and then lay down.
Which chat not narking on you for?
Nothing. We're all good. We're all good.
You know that I can watch your stream on it, right?
No, you can't. And you wouldn't. That would be foolhardy. Alright, I'm going to sit down. I'm only sitting down just so my buttons and stuff are saved. Oh, look, I'm at 11 seconds. I'm like a second ahead. It's perfect. Also, I don't know what it's going to kick me out to, so we'll go here. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I forgot the cough button that time. I'm sorry. I've been so good today. All right. So, that is all the time we have today for the post-news chat, stream, walkabout, whatever this was. This was a good time. We had a good time. I felt like we did. Get rid of that. Yeah. So, I will take these ideas. I will consider them. Maybe develop them. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to not do the fish DKP, even though it's a funny idea. Everything else, though, I'll see if I can develop it. I'll keep you guys informed, too, about those icons if I keep working on them, like how it goes. Yeah, Haxer, go to bed. I have to go tell general chat that my videos are up. Yeah, guys, take it easy. Remember, when you're playing video games, have fun. Be safe. Remember to get rest when you have a cold. Don't be like me. And as always, the deadliest weapon